Can you color grade in under 10 minutes?
Wait, what 10 minutes?
It's a better hole, right?
I thought we were doing it for what?
So to find that out, we are here at the colorist studio today to really see how time restrictions affect creative choices and the kind of compromises that we are forced to make sometimes in the color grading process.
Yes, and the reason why we chose the color grading process is because it's one of the final process in post-production, so naturally it will have one of the tightest deadlines. And without further ado, let us introduce our colorist we have here today, Mr. TJC.
Hi guys, I'm TJ.
Okay, TJ, your name is TJC, right? Is that why you became a colorist? Because you like to see colors?
Jesus Christ.
No?
No, it's not because my name has the word C in it, although I do like to see stuff. I've been a colorist for 4 years. I got into this niche because I really enjoyed the technical aspects of learning complex software like DaVinci Resolve, but I also like the creativity it affords.
Cool, alright, since you love your job so much, we have a special challenge for you here today.
Okay.
We have selected some footages for you.
Okay.
And we want to see you color them from scratch.
Yeah, sounds easy.
Very easy, right?
Yeah.
But here comes the twist. You will have only 10 minutes to do it. Yeah.
Alright, don't worry, because we will also give you another hour to do it.
Okay, that's
And then
comfortable.
the main point is to really see the difference in creative choices you'll make in both attempts.
But you love your job so much, so you'll probably be very good at it.
Yeah, don't make me hate it, guys.
Before we start, right, why do you have like so many balls over there?
So this is the DaVinci Resolve mini panel. It basically just mirrors what exists on the software. To put it simply, like every single button here corresponds to like a setting or an adjustment you can make in the software with a mouse and a keyboard.
Can I try?
You wanna touch my balls?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. You wanna do it together?
Hey yo, it actually feels damn nice.
Yeah, it feels really nice.
Smooth? Is it smooth?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really smooth.
Very,
The
very
rings and the balls are smooth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you get your pencils and paper ready because it's time for coloring.
Alright, let's do it.
So the time is actually 12:14 now. So 12:24 will be when his time ends.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Start.
Are you stressed? Actually, I'm feeling like you're a bit stressed.
You look stressed, why?
Because I don't have enough time.
You can talk and color grade at the same time.
I will try my best.
Wow. Actually, I wanted to ask, right? What will your approaches be different between the 10 minutes and 1 hour one?
I'll spend less time focusing on the little details and I'll go for an overall look.
Oh, she's green now.
It's actually like almost like a false color but for skin tone.
So yellow is for yellow skin people.
Are we a big nuisance to you?
No, you're just a small nuisance.
Oh, great.
Then we can.
Not the first time I've heard that.
So we are trying to get both of these shots to look similar, right?
Not to look similar but to exist on a similar balance. So originally this was too warm and then this is memang colder and darker. So I'm trying to get their levels and everything like roughly in the same.
So like it's a similar scene, something like that lah.
Yes. Okay, so right now we're gonna try using a LUT.
It's cold. You still have 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
A lot of time. 2.5 minutes.
It was 2 minutes just now, why is it 2.5 now?
2 plus. You're adding time for him.
No. I'm looking at the accurate timer. It's 2.5. 1.5 minutes.
Alright, done.
What?
He doesn't. He
With
used
1
9
minute
minutes.
to spare. Do you have any finishing touches you want to do? You have 1 minute.
I don't think so.
No cheating.
I'm just playing back. Yeah, it's a decent result. I wouldn't say it's the best.
So he finished his 10-minute challenge in 9 minutes, which is pretty cool. But we'll review that later. Let's start with the 1 hour round first.
Alright.
I'll just let everyone know the time. It's now 12:27. So your 1 hour starts now.
Alright.
Hey, bro. I flick the nipple then.
Can you focus on the right
Shut
thing?
up.
Wow.
A lot more chill in this 1 hour.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely more calm.
Do you think we should cut the time into 30 minutes?
How much time do I have?
3.5.
Also, if I cut to 30, then we have 5 minutes left.
Yes?
Not like I need more time on this shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
One thing about coloring, right, especially long hours, I feel like I'm seeing less and less difference with each change that you make. Because I'm just staring at the same image for so long.
Sometimes, yes, that tends to happen. In moments like that, it's good to just take a short break, let your eyes recalibrate,
How do you usually recalibrate your eyes then?
take a dump. Straight
Do
up.
you look at the dump?
No,
Oh.
then I'll feel like it's too brown.
So it's 1:22 now. 5 minutes left. Oh.
There are so many shapes ongoing that I don't really know what all the shapes are for
Yes.
already, but what does that help with?
Cooling.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it's a buzzer beater. There we go. Alright, it is 1:27. It's really 1 hour. Alright, so now that we've finished the color grading process, your impressions before you started and after, was there anything different?
I would say 10 minutes is not uncommon nowadays as well. Sometimes you really do have 10 minutes for a shot. You just need to get it done, get it balanced and move on. But overall, I would still like a lot more time because on the 1 hour, you get to bring up more details, you know, textures in your skin. In the 10 minutes, I actually showed more restraint with the grade. Just get it to somewhat of a look and then we can move on and call it a day.
In fact, I would think in colouring, right, if people notice those little things, then
it's not good, yeah.
Right.
Like if they notice the tricks that you're doing, right, like the mask that you're drawing, then that's not really great. You want to make everything as smooth as you possibly can, which is also why in the 10 minutes, it's just you throw on one overall look because it will definitely be smooth because you didn't really mess with anything else. You didn't mask much.
Thank you so much, TJ, for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
For our unreasonable request.
It was okay in the end, yeah.
So anyway, we'll see you guys back at the studio.
Alright, so we are back here and today we'd like to invite our special guest to come review our graded footages together with us.
Please welcome Bejin Chiang.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Bear. I'm
Good
Ba.
afternoon. Hello, Ba.
I'm
Hello,
Daniel.
Nice to meet you guys.
Be, ba, ba be,
Baby.
baby.
Nice to meet
Ba,
you.
Ba, meet Bear.
Alright, so can you tell us a little bit about what do you do?
So I'm a co-founder of Film Troupe Sendirian Berhad, and I'm also the colorist over there, and also Black Magic certified trainer. I don't do black magic lah. Black magic design, but by the way.
So I'm curious, right, actually, like, out of all the different sectors in the film production industry, why did you choose colouring specifically?
I remember seeing a very nice photo of a colorist sitting inside a very nice big dark room with cinema projector, and then that fella just sitting there like that. Okay, and then in front is a black magic panel. If I get to sit like that, just like how he or she does in that picture, just sit there like that, I think it's quite cool.
That's my dream.
Exactly.
That's the throne I want to sit in.
Exactly, yes, correct. And not only that, also is because where back then I did offline editing. Doing offline editing, you cannot listen to your own music, but doing color grading,
Oh yes, yes.
that's the main difference.
Oh, I
lah.
hate that about editing that you can't listen to music.
Correct. And you can only listen to stock music.
How do you think color grading generally affects the creativity of a film, commercial?
Like, how much impact
Yeah.
it carries
Yeah.
out, right?
Yes.
So impact-wise, yes, it does make a difference. We are converting, for example, a video that is, when it's shot on set, there's usually not a lot of colors. It's called logarithmic footage, right? Log footages. Transform that into something that looks more, relatively more normal looking or neutral looking. And then on top of that, we can add a bit of our own like interpretation. Let's say, for
Flavor.
example, flavor. And some people call it the secret sauce. How do we make this product look better or look good? So I think that is how we actually give value and also impact to the film. Basically, let's say for example, we are shooting this video, right? So this video, this set, okay, somebody say, hey, you are sitting right behind this lamp, for example, okay? And then why is it your face doesn't get affected with that warm light? I can cast a little bit of warm tone on top of your face, kind of like blends into the image a little bit better, for
Makes
example.
sense for that set lah.
Correct, yes.
Wait, it means you can create something that's not there.
我们只是调色师，我们不是魔术师。
I hope more people can understand that, especially clients.
Well, people always wear this. We can fix in post.
Oh god.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
are you tired of hearing that phrase?
What to do?
I think you talk a lot about like fixing images, but can we go more specifically on how your colouring can enhance like story or character or emotions?
Again, it depends on everyone's experiences, everyone's background. So let's say for example myself, okay, because I'm born as a Chinese, right? I grow up with a lot of warm colors. I grow up with a lot of like yellow lah, orange
Red.
lah, red lah, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So very automatically, I feel that warm color is a celebrative color. But for some cultures, maybe warm color doesn't mean a good thing.
So how people interpret colours, it can be different also, right?
Exactly. Like for example, if you see red in Chinese culture, you know that, wow, ang pao, very happy. But you see red inside hospital, you know that emergency.
Oh, true.
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 Yeah.
So I think let's move on. Before that, I think you have a little challenge that you wanna give back.
Oh yes.
A little colour challenge.
Okay.
谁咯?
There are two colors.
Okay.
Okay. They are different colors. What are the differences?
Hey, too close lah. Can you make something a little bit more different?
That's the challenge.
That's the challenge ah.
Oh.
No lah, same lah. Looking at this right now side by side, it's actually a little bit more, I can see slightly more differences lah. So let's say for example right now I'm seeing the one on the right has actually a little bit more saturated. The top right and lower right is a little bit darker. That's the thing. It could be a screen thing or whatever, but yeah, honestly, it looks the same.
Is that your final answer or no?
I don't win $100 million, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, that could be my final answer.
Okay, they're actually the same color.
Ah, okay.
So wow, you passed the test. Black Magic certified, bro. So today we are here to actually look at different grades. We have 2 different grades for you.
There are 2 shots in set 1 and 2 shots in set 2, but they are identical shots.
Okay, same one.
This is shot 1. This is shot 2. So this is set 1. Okay?
Yep.
These 2 are together.
Alright,
Set 1.
fair enough.
Okay, now set,
And now it's set 2.
And this is the second shot.
So after watching those 2 sets, which in your opinion is a better grade to you?
My personal choice is the second set. The reason why is this. The very first shot with the lady walking on the walkway for set 1, it looked a little bit too overexposed.
Okay.
A little bit too bright.
At the sky area on
Yeah,
the right.
I think on the right side. For the second shot in set 1 with the guy with the eagle, it looked a little bit too sharp.
Is it distracting?
A little bit because we don't know where we should look at. Yeah, a little bit too sharp in terms of contrast and also texture wise. It looked a little bit too sharp. For set 2, it looked a little bit more normal exposed. It looked a little bit more healthy exposed. It doesn't look overexposed, and then it looked quite more eye pleasing lah for the very first shot where the lady is walking. And then for the second shot wise, if you talk about color, I like set 1 because it's warmer.
Right.
And then set 2 is a little bit more cold. So that it does create a very nice separation, but for me, overall situation wise, set 2 is better in my own opinion. Set 2, the overall mood feels much more natural, feels nicer, because with this one, I'm seeing everything. I don't know where to focus. Everything is bright, everything is sharp. But then for set 2, the lady, there's a very nice fall off of the shadow on the wall and also on the door, so that I'm focusing more on what the lady is doing.
So sometimes making things pop is not always like, okay, I want to make everything pop. It's not always a good thing.
You want to basically let your audience know where they want to look at. You want to guide your audience, nah, this is the part you want to see, not the other things.
I do like the shot of the girl in set 2.
Yep.
But for the eagle, right, to be honest, I don't like either. Yeah, the set 1, it stands out more. I like the texture of the feathers and stuff like that, but everything else, yeah, it does feel very sharp.
Yep,
like you
sharp,
mentioned.
correct.
Yeah.
So let's say we brought this blue sky over to the set
Yes,
2,
yes.
maybe it will work slightly better.
Yeah, and then we blend the feathers of this eagle with the other one.
Correct.
I think then it will be nice.
Yeah. So sometimes when clients like this, they will say, can we have in between of these 2?
Oh shit, I'm that guy.
Something like that, yeah. But then, yeah, it really depends on situation. I always mention this. So honestly, to me right now, if you ask me to choose, I will say I'm not a big fan of both. But throughout all these things, my favorite is still this shot, because it blends
The
in
one
very
with
nicely.
Set 2 with the girl.
Set 2 with the lady walking in the walkway.
The blue and the brown pairs really well, right? Actually.
Correct. Basically, a classic color harmony is basically called
Complementary.
color scheme. That's right.
Wow, your colorist.
Yeah, you didn't know it?
I opened up Resolve and then I test you.
Okay, if I were to ask you, which one do you think is edited in 10 minutes and which one was edited in 1 hour?
Colored.
Colored, sorry. Yeah, colored.
Honestly, I couldn't really tell.
Oh, really?
From both sets, everything.
Yeah, from both sides. It doesn't really tell how much hour you put in. What are the things that really spend time is the amount of, we call masking lah, and also isolating the products and stuff like that. That really takes time. But this one, I don't really see a lot of trace of fixing or like enhancing. This is just the overall approach of color grading.
What can you tell from the creative decision making based on set 1 and set 2?
So let's say, for example, if you're looking at set 1, the amount of sharpness like this is usually they're trying to sell a TV. If you look at them, they are very like either very high frame rate looking, or either they are very sharp. There's no depth. Everything is very colorful. Okay. Whereas when we look at the second set, there's a mood to it. There's also a more gentle way of treating the footages, and everything feels a little bit more focused on a particular person. If you really ask me which one is better, I really cannot give an answer.
Okay, understand.
Yeah.
Then back to the question.
Yep.
Which one do you think is 1 hour and 10 minutes?
I also cannot tell.
Really?
I cannot tell.
Wow.
But if you
Not
really,
even like skewing towards.
No, not really, because everyone's experience and everyone's way of handling the tools is very different. For example, today I'm working on a project that has a lot of product, I spend more time. Today I'm working on, let's say, a narrative. I maybe spend lesser time to do a lot of masking and stuff like that. I'll spend a bit more time to experiment. What are the colors that can give a better harmony or a better look?
Wow. Okay.
Instead of like perfecting it, when you have a narrative approach, then you would spend time testing out looks lah.
In a way, yes, correct, yeah.
I think we're just going to reveal to you which one is the 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Sure.
So actually, set 2 was done in just 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like from pure raw footage, just 10 minutes. And
Okay.
then set 1, the colorist took 1 hour to do it.
Okay, so that would mean that because that person got 1 hour, overcooked already.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
I think that
Overcooked already.
this is a really good example of
Yes, yes.
overcooking.
If you were to look at the BTS footage that we shot, right?
Oh, okay.
There were a bunch of circles in this, like
He's masking like the hat, the face, the eagle feather, eagle head.
the eagle also he
everything.
separate into like 4 different parts. The head, the feather, everything.
Okay.
Can you see whose style it is?
Yeah, can you tell who?
Because I'm sure you have many colorist friends, right?
Yes.
Okay, I give you three choices of colorists, okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Nicole colorist, Danny Gunn, TJC.
TJC. This doesn't look like a Nicole style. In between TJ and Danny, yes, I'm in favor of these two, but it feels more like a TJ thing. Wait, let me see again.
What's a TJ thing? What's the TJ thing?
Because it doesn't have the Danny Gun DNA. It's the way how they handle the hues, the way how they handle the contrast.
But yes, you are correct.
Yes.
It is
okay.
TJC. So,
okay.
TJ, if you're watching, you know already you got your... Maybe you need to change something. No,
No, just,
no.
just do your work. Do all your work in 10 minutes.
TJC.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I want to borrow a quote from someone else lah. Not done by me, not said by me. Basically, in Hollywood, the footages that you receive, it look damn good already. Hollywood, they spend so much time crafting it on set, it looks so damn good already. Yeah, but in some situation, there's not enough time. We have to come in to fix something in post, and it doesn't mean that we can overcook it. We have to still have to respect we call it the photography, which is the shot, the way how the DP intend to shoot it. We don't go the reverse way. You don't say, oh, it's shot warm, but I want to break the rule. I make it look blue.
So unless it's like the director or DP who wants it to the rule to be broken, then that's when you...
Yeah, then we intentionally do that to make it look weird.
At the end of the day, the big picture direction is still the director's call lah, right?
The director and the DOP lah.
If most of what you're doing is to enhance the vision of the director and the DOP, where does your creative choices come into play?
Because a lot of times when a director or DOP has a vision, they won't say, I want to look like a particular film stock or whatsoever. For example, they will say, oh, I really like how the way that the red hue is actually pivoting. It has that density and stuff like that. And they'll say, oh, I know how to achieve that. Then you put that into the film's DNA.
That's where the creative choices come in.
Correct. So yesterday I was actually working with DOP. He said that this is his second movie, and then he wanted us to help him to create a lookup table, for example. The moment he came in, he bring me a bunch of footages, and then he showed up with a bunch of references, and then they say, okay, this and this and this I really like. I asked him, why do you like it? And I say, oh, I don't want my white to look very normal, white, very boring. I want my white to look a bit more warm and greenish. And then look at reference, yes, it really have that kind of DNA. So I put that DNA into the lookup table that I created for him, that he can use it on set.
Does your creative satisfaction
Yep.
then come from being able to achieve the final vision?
Yeah, definitely. But also, to me, most importantly is that let's say today you come and grade with us. I will ask a bunch of questions and then we work on it together. If you're unhappy, I'm unhappy because I don't know why I cannot get what you want. But if you're happy,
yes.
I know that I'm making you, my collaborator, satisfied because I understand what you want, I understand your taste, I understand what is the final intention of why this film needs to look like that. Yeah, just tell me what you want because it's your film, not my film. Unless today you come to me and say, you do whatever you want, I respect
go
your
with it.
decision,
Right.
I'll go for it. Another story.
But I can understand that kind of direction also because sometimes I don't know specifically what I want, but I just know what I don't want. So I kind of need a colorist to color it for me, and then I can start pointing out like, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong.
Correct. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You can go that way
Yeah,
as
so
well. Yes.
can understand why people are annoying also lah.
Are we a big nuisance to you?
Yeah. If let's say we were to give you like a very tight deadline, right? Does that actually help you be more decisive with your grades?
So let's say, for example, if it's a 15-second thing, if you give me a tight deadline, let's say, okay, 1 day, for example, you want me to finish it? No problem. But let's say if you give me a 1 hour movie, you want me to finish in 1 day? Not possible.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think this is something that is true in other aspects of filmmaking also though? Let's say like cinematography, being on set. If I keep saying, let's say there's no wrap time, like, I just keep extending your time until you get the shot right.
I think...
Isn't that something...
I don't think that's a good thing actually because you can never make a perfect film, right?
Correct.
And then if you have unlimited time, you will always strive for perfection.
You keep wanting to look for
Yes.
things to improve,
Yeah,
enhance.
Then it will never be finished.
Yep, correct. Yeah, so it's like same thing lah. Film is like life lor.
I'm also curious to hear, like, do you have a story you can share with us with like the craziest deadline you have?
The one that I remember the most is, can you put a mosaic blur on my face later on? I did a project, but then 1 year later they need to do a readaptation, which is very common. And then they say, oh, previously it was dark chocolate. Now I want you to turn it into white chocolate.
But the footage was shot with dark chocolate, is it?
With green screen dark chocolate.
That's the black magic. They think you're doing black magic,
In a way lah.
Yeah.
Really? This one?
I have no choice. I tested.
How much time were you given to do that?
Technically no deadline. They just asked me to test. Okay, the black chocolate become white chocolate. I made it to look like white chocolate. Don't ask me how I do it. I forget already.
I mean, it proceeded and went online and everything.
Wait, then you say you cannot do black magic?
You are a black magician.
Yeah, clearly you can. What the hell?
This story doesn't apply. Depends on situation. Yeah, depends on situation. Sometimes I can, sometimes I cannot.
One thing that has been on my mind, right, was that just now you mentioned about how like a director just tells you about the feelings and everything, but then you would use LUTs and plugins and all to achieve that look, right? Plugins and LUTs may have a bad rap also, right? Of like thinking that you're lazy or you're not skilled, you're not a skilled colorist, you're just using LUTs, plugins, right? So what are your thoughts on that actually?
Let's talk about the lazy thing first. Back then, I definitely feel like that.
So you have to create every look from scratch, is it?
Correct. With a very limited knowledge back then, I really don't know shit. It takes a long time and I barely get 50% of it. Why do we go for plugins? Some of the plugins do offer, like for example, a film look emulation.
Like Dehancer.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So all these plugins actually offers you a very good DNA of how film looks like, which in some software it does not build in with that DNA, for example. Okay, you don't have to prove yourself that you can do this by your own hands. People won't care. They just care about my product look good or not.
Actually, the software, the tools you use all really don't matter as long as you achieve what you want, right?
It's like today, I ask you to shoot a film. You can have multiple reasons to say I want to use an Arri Alexa. But the thing is, let's say for example with an A7S3, if you know that you can use A7S3 to achieve a good result, why not?
It's really coming down to the confidence you have and how well you know your tools and your skills. Then do you think there will be a point in time where AI just like can do the majority of our coloring work?
There is a plugin that actually can do that. Technically it's a plugin software lah. It's called Color Lab AI. Yes, AI can get whatever that you want based on the reference, but let's say today you tell the AI, hey AI, I want to feel happy but sad at the same time, can you do it?
Oh yeah, because again, color is so subjective.
Correct. AI doesn't have an
Emotions.
emotion, but we has an emotion. We as a human, we know how happy and sad can concurrently be together.
It could be altered in such a way where like you don't like do lift gamma gain all yourself, but in more so a way of like, okay, you understand the direction is you want happy and sad at the same time, but you could direct the AI to say like the hair is oranger but the overall look is blue, something like that.
But that would still require the person behind it to understand.
The creative to understand too. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe the way you work is different only, but you still need that person who understands color theory and how color affects emotions. Alright, so thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you so much for your time and your insights.
Alright, so what you learned this time?
It depends on the situation.
Depends on situations.
Okay, well, to be serious lah, right? I think for me, what I learned was that there's such a thing as overcooking creatively. Like when you give creatives more time, right, it's not always a good thing because you may end up self-doubting of choices or overworking on certain shots. So maybe for this challenge, something ideal would be like 30 minutes? I don't know, what do you think?
Yes, I do agree. And I also think that for a director who really knows what he wants, it's really, really important to speed up the entire process, right? Because you see how color grading depends a lot on the director's vision. If you really don't know what you want, then it's gonna just be longer, right? So just know what you want. Right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. To be honest, we really spent a lot of effort doing this kind of video, so we would really appreciate for you guys to share the video to your friends, or at the very least learn something from it.
Yeah, we are actually really genuine and sincere about this. So hope you guys learned something and watch out for our next episode
where we see if you're more creative with a team or as a solo creator.
yeah, basically what he said.
Yeah.
So
Bye.
okay, thanks, bye.
Bye.